Meanwhile, the Medellin cartel wanted guns, so they worked out a little trade. What was I going to tell them? I'm just a gringo who always delivers.
In the wild 80s, one guy stood out, Barry Seal. He started as a regular pilot, but quickly turned into a big-time drug smuggler, flying high and low under the radar. From airports to secret meetings with bad guys, his life was like a movie. But that's not all. Barry Seal's story got even crazier when he got mixed up in a big scandal called the Iran-Contra affair. It was all about secret deals, sneaky missions, and a bunch of lies, stretching from jungles to the big shots in DC. Early life and recruitment. Long before the headlines and Hollywood lights, Barry Seal was just a regular guy with big dreams. Born into a world of blue skies and open horizons, he took to flying like a bird to the air. But soon, those innocent dreams took a sharp turn into the wild unknown. In the movie American Made, which spins Barry Seal's story into cinematic gold, we see how this ordinary pilot stumbled upon an extraordinary opportunity. Played by Tom Cruise, Seal's journey from flying commercial planes to smuggling drugs reads like a thrilling adventure novel come to life. Barry Seal's journey began in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, where he was born to Mary Lou and Benjamin Curtis Seal. His father, Benjamin, made a living as a candy wholesaler, while his mother, Mary Lou, provided the nurturing foundation for young Barry's early years. From his teenage years, Seal displayed an extraordinary affinity for the skies. He was drawn to the freedom and adventure that flying promised, and he wasted no time in pursuing his passion. At the tender age of 16, Seal earned his student pilot certificate, marking the beginning of his lifelong love affair with aviation. By the time he was 17, he had secured his private pilot certificate, a testament to his natural talent and determination in the cockpit. Seal's prowess as a pilot did not go unnoticed. His flight instructor, recognizing his exceptional abilities, described him as a naturally gifted aviator, a title that would come to define Seal's career in the years to come. In 1962, at the age of 23, Seal enlisted in the Louisiana Army National Guard, embarking on a new chapter of his life in service to his country. His military service spanned 6 years, with 6 months of active duty followed by 5.5 years of inactive duty. During his active duty stint, Seal was assigned to the prestigious 20th Special Forces Group, where he underwent rigorous training and graduated from the renowned United States Army Airborne School. Seal's commitment to his country extended beyond his active duty period, as he continued to serve in the 245th Engineer Battalion during his non-active duty years. His role as a radio telephone operator showcased his versatility and dedication to his military duties, laying the groundwork for the adventures that lay ahead in his remarkable life. In 1964, Barry Seal landed a job at TWA, one of the big airlines back then. He started as a flight engineer, working on planes to make sure everything was good to go. But Barry wasn't content to just stay there. He quickly moved up the ranks, first to first officer, then to captain. Flying high in the skies became Barry's everyday thing. He got to captain a Boeing 707, a big deal plane, on trips to Western Europe. And get this, Barry was so good at what he did that he became one of the youngest pilots to command a 707 in the whole TWA crew. It was like he was born to rule the skies. All these achievements sounds too good to be true, right? But reality was different, and we got to about that after his arrest. Arrested in Colombia. According to the Drug Enforcement Administration, Barry Seal started smuggling marijuana way back in 1976. Then, in 1978, he moved on to smuggling cocaine, even before he had any ties to the big drug cartels. In the movie, Barry Seal becomes friends with the big bosses of the cartels like Escobar and Ochoa. They team up and have some wild parties together in Cartagena. But things go south when the Colombian army busts up their party. While the Colombian guys get out of jail soon after, Barry stays locked up until a guy named Schaefer helps him get free. Schaefer warns Barry about the police coming after him in Baton Rouge, so he sends Barry and his family to live in Mena, Arkansas, where he gets a house and an airfield. But in real life, things went a bit differently. Barry got caught in Honduras with a bunch of cocaine and spent 9 months in jail. That's where he met a guy who worked for Ochoa, who then introduced him to the big Medellin cartel. By 1982, Barry was the main guy bringing cocaine into the southeastern United States, making loads of money every day. Barry Seal's time with TWA came to a sudden halt in July 1972. He got caught up in a scheme to smuggle plastic explosives to Mexico using a DC-4 plane. It was a big mess. The case dragged on for a couple of years, but it ended up being thrown out in 1974 because of some shady stuff the prosecutors did. However, during that time, TWA found out about Barry's involvement and didn't take it lightly. They fired him for pretending to be sick when he was actually busy with the smuggling plan. It was a rough ending to his career with the airline. Barry Seal opened up about his smuggling activities, admitting that he started with small amounts of marijuana by air around early 1976. But soon, he saw a bigger opportunity in flying loads of cocaine. Pound for pound, cocaine was way more profitable than marijuana. Things really took off for Seal when he got busted in Honduras during a return trip from smuggling drugs in Ecuador. But being in jail wasn't all bad for him. He made some important connections there, like Emil Camp, another Louisiana pilot and smuggler, and Ellis Mackenzie, a local smuggler from Honduras. Plus, he met William Roger Reeves on the way back home, who introduced him to the Medellin cartel. To boost his smuggling operation, Seal brought in his ex-brother-in-law, William Bottoms, as a pilot. From 1980 onward, Bottoms became the main pilot, often flying with Camp while Seal handled the planning and operations. In 1981, Seal started smuggling cocaine for the Medellin cartel. At his peak, he was making a whopping $500,000 per flight, flying shipments of cocaine from Colombia straight to the United States. It was a risky business, but the rewards were sky-high. Barry Seal had a crafty method for smuggling drugs. He'd use low-flying planes to drop packages of drugs in hidden spots across Louisiana. Then, his ground team would swoop in, grab the packages, and move them on to Colombian distributors in Florida. By 1982, Seal had a whole fleet of planes, more than a dozen, working for his smuggling operation. But all those flights and planes didn't go unnoticed. The Louisiana State Police and federal investigators started paying attention to the unusual activity. To dodge this unwanted spotlight, Seal shifted his base of operations to Mena Intermountain Regional Airport in Arkansas. There, he made tweaks to the planes, upgrading them to carry more drugs and better avionics. Despite rumors and controversies swirling around Seal's activities in Mena, his biographer, former FBI agent Del Hahn, claimed that Mena wasn't used as a drug hub. However, in 2020, an extensive investigation by the FBI, Arkansas State Police, and IRS uncovered that Barry Seal indeed used Mena Airport for smuggling activities from late 1980 until March 1984, shedding new light on his operations. What about government? Facing the looming threat of a severe punishment and with doors closed by regional drug task forces in Florida and Louisiana, Barry Seal decided to take a shot and reach out to the Vice President's Drug Task Force, a special initiative under then Vice President George Bush. The Vice President's office directed Seal to the DEA headquarters, where DEA agent Ernst Jacobson took charge of debriefing Seal and assessing his potential as an informant. Jacobson was thoroughly impressed by Seal's extensive connections, particularly those with the influential Ochoa family. On March 28th, Seal officially agreed to collaborate with the DEA as an informant by signing a letter of agreement. In a strategic move, Seal then pleaded guilty to the second indictment against him in Florida, with his release from custody contingent upon his performance as an informant. Despite the risks and increased scrutiny, Barry Seal managed to orchestrate another significant undercover operation for the DEA in the same year. This operation was no small feat. It entailed a complex cocaine shipment journeying from Bolivia, making pit stops for refueling in Colombia and Texas, before finally reaching its destination in Las Vegas. Recognizing the perilous nature of the mission, the DEA refused to allow Seal to personally undertake the flight. Undeterred, Seal arranged for his ex-brother-in-law, William Bottoms, to take on the task. In January 1985, Bottoms piloted the flight, navigating through the intricate logistics of the operation. Despite the challenges, the mission was a success. Bottoms safely delivered the cocaine, leading to the arrest and subsequent conviction of those involved, a testament to Seal's ingenuity and resourcefulness in the face of adversity. Busted, Max Mermelstein, a big player in the Miami drug scene, testified in court about Barry Seal's situation. He said that after a documentary about Seal came out, he was shown the film and told that the drug cartel wanted Seal either caught or killed. The price tag for Seal's capture or death was shocking. $500,000 if he was killed, and a whopping $1 million if he was caught alive. Feeling pressured, Mermelstein accepted the deal, thinking saying no would mean serious trouble for him. He got a call from Fabio Ochoa and Pablo Escobar, who thanked him for his help and gave him $100,000 to cover his expenses. But before Mermelstein could find Seal, he got busted by the cops in June 1985. On the fateful evening of February 19, 1986, tragedy struck as Barry Seal met his untimely demise. Just 3 weeks into his probation, as Seal arrived at the Salvation Army Center and parked his car, an assailant emerged from a vehicle parked behind the center's donation drop boxes. Without warning, the attacker unleashed a hail of gunfire, wielding a suppressed MAC-10 submachine gun. Barry Seal was struck by 6 bullets, the fatal blows extinguishing his life almost instantly. The shocking and brazen attack brought an abrupt end to the tumultuous journey of the once high-flying smuggler, leaving behind a legacy shrouded in mystery and intrigue. What are your thoughts on this? Please let us know in the comment section, and don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more videos.